Hello, welcome back. Welcome back, my dear friends. If you will be watching me here on IG, thank you so much for joining my new page, which is matching my YouTube channel and called Ukrainian Perspective. So I am very glad that you are joining. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, please know that I have an Instagram account called Ukrainian Perspective, which is I made it so we can have some shorter live videos, possibly interactions or video calls, discussions, maybe having other guests and so on and so forth. So I apologize, guys. I'm not feeling up to par, not feeling too great today. Really feeling down after yet another massive attack of Ukraine and everything that came with it. So really trying to get going. It's sometimes it's more difficult than other times. So I'm gonna be working very hard on being able to connect with you more often, and I really enjoy this part of what I do, is that we got to connect to people and share things. But in this particular video today, my dear friends, I want to share with you something that I was a large disappointment this past week or two. I want to share some thoughts about or show you an example on what not to do. And especially, I would say it's going to be about men, what not to do. I feel like Trump showed us this time an exact example of that. And this video won't be particularly political. This video is about a principle of communication and how you are showing yourself to other people. Maybe there will be some touches and all of us have our preferences, but it's not particularly a political video. So I was very, very disappointed to see Trump attacking and taking swings at the very prosperous, very, rising character, like rising, I don't know if in English you say that, like somebody who is starting to rise and shine in the eyes of people, somebody who have been doing an exceptional job in their state. So as such as Ron DeSantis. And it was so awkward to observe that, seeing how someone would attack another person strictly out of jealousy. I feel that when you are on a certain level, you know that there are many eyes on you and your every move will be judged. And I always wonder, do these people who are high in power, what are their advisors are doing? How come? Yes, I understand. You may think that you may be green from jealousy, which is not a good thing either. Because if you see a rising star, if you see someone that who is doing a lot better than you, if you see someone that is maybe have that fresh energy, maybe this person had handled their situations really well, maybe they really were achieving certain results with lightning speed, and that's why people are responding. This, if you see someone doing so well, even inside of you, you should not be jealous. You should not be a jealous you should think, first of all, inside, in your mind and out loud, you should realize, oh wow, I do have a very strong opponent, someone who is sharp, who is bright, who gets things done, who is maybe half my age. So it is a strong opponent. If anything, I should compliment him and realize that, yes, I'm in trouble. I may or may not win, but I can't deny that this opponent is very strong. There is no denial. And especially, I should not be try to attack someone or hurt them or swing at them because of this, because I'm seeing that they are gaining popularity, or they're on the right track. If anything, maybe I could learn something. I should acknowledge that me attacking someone will not make them less popular, probably will bring them more popularity. So I was largely disappointed, and I have been really losing respect toward Donald Trump. And I know some people can't stand him. I always admired him as a person who is very bold, very blunt, and gets a lot done. Yes, his mouth sometimes gets him in trouble, but this kinds of people, they usually come with some level of being obnoxious, being somewhat narcissistic, being very egocentrical. It's not an unusual thing for somebody who is so powerful to have those, not so attractive traits, but you forgive those traits because the person gets things done. And usually they still try to be reasonable, even they have an eccentric way about them, but they try to be reasonable, or they bring facts, or they try to show the situation with the way they seen it, but they still try to bring facts, or they try to bring their opinion. When it comes to attacking another person, that's a little bit different. And one of the reasons I brought this is because I work with men a lot, and one of the things, this video is literally what not to do. We just saw a perfect example of what not to do. So a lot of men feel a little bit, when they did not achieve something by a certain time in their life, they feel like taking, like attacking women, like, oh, you want too much, all of you are gold diggers, all of you are using men, blah blah blah. You already know the man who says this did not get on a financial level when he can afford the woman that he really wants. He can afford the woman that he doesn't really want or not thrilled with, but he's attacking other women because, especially women that he really likes, because he understands that he are not up to the level to be with them. And in general, when you are in a group of people, or you're in a social gathering, or you are even with your woman, and there is a man that is maybe your same age or your same descending, and he achieved a lot more than you, and you notice that your woman admires him a little bit in some way, the worst possible thing you can do, the worst possible thing you can do is to start attacking him, mocking him, try to, show him in a bad light, try to throw shade on him, because deep down you know that he looks better compared to you. That is such a weak and such a bitter thing to do. Instead of doing that, if you have confidence, you can get inspired and think, what, maybe I could still get a business going on the side. Maybe instead of, laying down in my PJs all day, on Saturday, I could go and attend that class and make myself better. What is that in that person that triggers that jealousy? That very thing that triggers that jealousy is your path to what you truly want. But when you are trying to turn it around, you think you are being cool and you're swinging, you are throwing shade at someone and trying to, make them look bad. But everyone else understands that you are simply bitter and jealous. And it's very embarrassing and very unattractive. And it doesn't make you more likable whatsoever. And plus, it brings you misery because you are focused on the other person rather than being focused on yourself and things that you need to work on. Women truly appreciate the strengths in men, the leadership, certain attitude, being able to take responsibility. If you didn't do as well as your opponent, you should take your own responsibility and think. You know, people prefer him because maybe he talks less and gets more done. Maybe he's more personable. Maybe he is better with people. Maybe he's more his communication is better. His communication skills. It's just simple logic. I was so disappointed by watching and observing Donald Trump in this. Again, I admire many things about him, but man, my respect was dropping by the minute when I saw him taking cheap shots and throwing shade on someone who was working extremely hard. On my channel, we talked a lot about modern day craziness and woke culture. Ron DeSantis did a lot for the state. He put a law that does not allow minors go for gender change operations, surgeries. He does not allow the propaganda in schools, such as CRT and all this excessive gay agenda and LGBTQ bullshit. It takes something to stand up against this. Not to mention that past 2 years, Florida have been an escape state for everyone who wanted to get away from masks and suffocation and restrictions and mandates. Some of us have a blessing, opportunity to go to Florida or, red state like this and relax and being able to breathe and go and enjoy the beach, enjoy going out. So he really followed heavily common sense with all the pressure, with all the accusations. He followed common sense, and people love him for a reason. Someone does not deserve people's love because of their arrogance or because of that they are so much in love with themselves. No, it's people's choice. So you cannot be mad. You look ridiculous when you swinging, or throwing shade at the person that is favored by people, because that is people's choice. They saw his work and they had appreciation for it. People see someone's personality shining through all the actions that they are taking, and therefore so many people were favoring and praising Ron DeSantis because he is bold and he is a very honorable person in many ways. He has a beautiful family. He served in the military, and he took some incredible steps. He truly took his state to the next level. Everyone, all the people in the during the pandemic who were suffering quietly, even our gosh, I said I'm not going to talk about politics, but you just can't cut out this piece. Even our blue Democratic governor, she told everybody, don't travel, essential travel only. And she was the first one on the plane to go to Florida to take a break from the masks and mandates. So I really feel that, I really see that DeSantis deserves this praise. He deserves this love of people. He's a very likable person that has a lot to is respected at the high level. And hi, David. Hello, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my live stream here on IG. Yes, so I was talking about my large disappointment disappointment in Trump as a man, as a leader, at his attacks and swings back at I don't know how to say it, swinging, try to make fun of Ron DeSantis and being really jealous and freaking out that he has a very strong opponent. This is the reason. And really, it's hard to completely cut out politics out of this, but I'm making this video as an example that he showed once again exactly what men should never do. When you are putting someone down out of jealousy, you have the worst look. You may think that people won't figure you out once again, but people know exactly why you do that. Because you feel threatened, you feel helpless, you feel a sense of competition. You're not gonna attack somebody who's, weak and not popular, but you will attack someone who you think has more chances than you, maybe more prosperous than you, maybe done something that he earned people's respect, And I'm not gonna tell you who you need to vote for. Again, this is not a video to make your opinions or agree with me. I'm not making any videos so you say, yes, Veronica, I agree with you. No, this is not about that. My simple point here, if someone is better than you, this is not a reason to attack them. Don't do it inside of your mind, and don't do it in public. If there is something that it hurts because you really want it, put some steps toward it. See, maybe you can become that too. Maybe you can gain that respect not by attacking someone, but by offering something more than you currently offer, by maybe changing your strategy or becoming earning that respect in your own way. You don't necessarily have to copy someone, but sometimes you need to focus on you. The problem is, every time you focus on the other person, it means that you are in denial that you are the one that have a problem, and you are in denial that you need to focus on you and figure out what is this that's stopping you, why people not uploading for you, what is that you are doing that is not right. And sometimes, in my personal life, so I had those situations when back in my early days, before I was, before US, I would say, we used to go to different places and, were companies of ladies and men. And I remember notice that when one man is trying to impress you, and he knows that the other one may have more chances, sometimes they would have awkward reaction and try to put you down and try to put the other guy down, or tell something unflattering about him, or just get very awkward and uncomfortable. Maybe not attacking, but get very tense because you feel the competition. Best way to win your competition is starting to focusing on you. On you yesterday. It's also, this situation reminds me of, with women, that would be parallel to, when in a group of people, maybe in school or at working place, there is a new woman that is really beautiful, or maybe she's, really young, pretty, cute, whatever it is. And all the other women are like, they want to make stuff about her and tell stories about her, instead of, just embrace and see, oh my gosh, this is another, beautiful girl, how we can help her, how we can, make her more comfortable. I think it takes true inner confidence to not see people that in some way better than you or more successful or better looking than you as a threat, but as inspiration. So I'll leave it at that. I think it takes a lot of self-work and confidence. Admire people that are in some way better than you, in some way, well, better than you, meaning they have something that you would like to have, you know, and or you see that, yes, you know, they achieved some higher standards, or maybe they are, you know, if it comes to women, maybe you know, you admire, you see some woman's beauty, before you start jealous and creating things that are not true about her and throw stones and look for imperfections. Try to admire first. Try to think, you know, how abundant our world is and how many beautiful people are in this world, you know, when it comes to women. Because yeah, I don't even know who is more bitter at the situation, but you will always have people who love you and people who hate you, no matter what it is. So you might as well do your best with what you got, because you're not going to be that person or this person. But if you denying their achievements, if you try to throw shade on them, how in the world you want to be recognized for the same thing? Admiration, respect, adoration, and maybe learning something. Once again, I was so disappointed, especially guys, you have to also understand something. This one thing, when you're doing stupid stuff, when you're 21, 25, even 30, even 40, okay, you know, like you are still, but when you are, you know, 70, 80, and you still did not learn basic principles and respect, and you see some, I would understand if you know, in that situation DeSantis was attacking him or throwing shade on him. He was just getting the recognition that he deserved. So yes, we are supposed to get wiser with time. And I was thinking and remembering some situations that I personally encountered, of course on a much, you know, smaller scale, you know, not comparable to presidents, but I remembered some personal situations when one man was trying to tell on the other man and devalue his achievements and blah blah blah, when he was not even worth you know, 1/10 of what that other man had achieved. And I made a mental note of that. You don't look more attractive or more relatable or more likable when you are trying to put someone down that secretly you would love to trade places with. You would love to be in his place. You would love to be him. You're not gonna look better, because people can see that too. They can compare the two. And I think in this particular case, it was obvious to everyone. You know, in case it was election here in US, it was pretty much self-explanatory that the old guy, you know, the older guy that known for, you know, a lot of controversy, but also known for achieving great things, got really jealous of the you know, his younger, more prosperous, more energetic competition. I think you should be really out of touch with reality not to see that. And I'm making this video to just, you know, we are not Donald Trump, we are not Ron DeSantis, we are not, or, you know, we're not, you know, most of us are not into politics on that level, we're not going to be elected, but some wisdom principle of it is absolutely the same in any situation. And so, yes, throwing shade on other people does not make us look better. That's all I wanted to say, and I wanted to share this. Thank you guys so much for joining me here on Instagram. So if you do have an Instagram account, please follow me there if you're watching this video on YouTube. And my Instagram name is the same. It's Ukrainian Perspective, and my name is still Veronica Olsen. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to try to be more often on YouTube. I really miss doing the videos, but to be honest with you, I'm still going through the great great pain of all this that's have been going on and is going on in my native country. So I try to do more work behind the scenes than online. But if you have questions, video ideas, if you would like me to be more on YouTube, please let me know, and I will try to go to more regular schedule. Yesterday, guys, I thought I'm gonna have a heart attack. I'm sure a lot of you were also concerned, you know, with events in Poland, and I still don't understand how you know, Russia could be excused with attacking with results of their attack of Ukraine, you know, hurting the NATO member. To me, if there was destruction and death, it doesn't mean that you were aiming on somebody else. You still brought the damage. So I know it's important in some way to de-escalate, so we don't turn into throwing bombs at each other. But on the other hand, it's important time for an ultimatum. So the person that feels like they can get away with anything and everything feels the real power, that he feels that he will be put in check should there be more mistakes like this. Because, you know, when somebody gets killed, when, you know, we have this unintentional death. When you drive in a vehicle and you, God forbid, accidentally kill someone, you still kill someone. You're not just excused because it's unintentional, you still done it. Not to mention that in this case, it's complete genocide of Ukrainian nation, and it just goes in front of everyone's eyes. You know, I was watching a program today, some very interesting interview, but I had to stop watching it because the person in that interview was calling the situation in Ukraine a special operation. Other words, it's very complicated. It's not a war. It's just like special operation. You don't understand. It's like, it's just something that you simple people don't get, you know. So I had to switch that off, and I'm really devastating for the winter. Yesterday was really tough day. Maybe you have heard, maybe not, one of the toughest, if not the toughest one since it had started. You know, over 100 missiles hitting Ukraine. Some of them were shot down, but still, you know, I still have family there, and so many people are suffering, and winter is coming, and I truly do feel that this is genocide against our nation, because civilians are targeted, and people, the electricity and the heating, you know, power plants and energy, how to say this in English, you understand, where heating comes, the heating pipes and all of this. How this has anything to do with government, you know, or these are real people? And I really, that thought that they are trying to target those civilians. So if they are, you know, with cutting their electricity and hot water and heating, so if they don't die from the bombs, or, you know, from the missiles, or from, you know, from the wars, they will die from the cold. You know, that's what I call genocide. I don't care if somebody calls this operation, you know. I don't want to cuss too much, but it's really hard not to, you know. It's just unbelievable. And so no matter how much I try, you know, I try to have fun and do things, it's so much pain, guys. I just don't know. I just don't know. I hope that people will make it through the winter. And oh, I want to say special thank you for those of you guys who contributed to my little fund rider. on here that I posted. I want to say big thank you. Some of you here on the stream right now, thank you Dave so much, thank you Elizabeth, and all of you guys who had contributed. I believe I reached out to all of you to say thank you. And if someone fundraiser, so sorry guys, I didn't sleep very well last night because of this news. So my fundraiser is over, and I'm sending it to, I already sent a part of it, and I'm sending more for people to Ukraine, for people to get what they need to get. And if someone wants to do something, I don't have a fundraiser link, but you can find my own PayPal information and just put a note, and I will help who you would like me to help. Or you can, I don't know if there is a particular, so the difference with what I do and other people are doing, I'm helping concrete people that I know. I'm not an organization and nothing like that. I found Movays. I needed to send some money to Kharkiv before the fundraiser was over, and so you can also do it buying things online. Like, for example, if the person have Airbnb, maybe they have an Etsy shop or a business. So I bought something, and this way the money, I think it takes maybe 2-3 days, and money gets right into their account. So there are many ways to do that, but I just want to make sure that you guys know how much I appreciate that, and people will use every bit of that to try to survive this winter. So thank you so very much for your support. I'm making these videos, I think I'm opening this Ukrainian perspective page because I really do need to talk about the serious things. On my other page here on Instagram, it's just pretty and funny and silly, and things with my furs, which I enjoy, but I have a lot of interests, and I'm really appreciating you guys being with me and supporting and staying through the good times, but also staying through the tough times. So thank you guys so very much. From Michigan with love. I will see you very soon. Please let me know your thoughts. I really want to hear your thoughts on your opinion on what's been going on. Try to be less political if possible. We're just talking about the principle. Do you think it's okay to hate on someone and throw shade and being jealous because and being mean to them and try to put them in a bad light just because you know that they are doing amazing, just because you know they grew, you know they are prosperous, and you know they can take your place? Is that a good reason? Or would you agree with me that you should stay classy, maybe even officially compliment them and admire their effort and try to do your best while acknowledging that that is a serious opponent? So really curious to hear your thoughts and comments. Thank you so much, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye.